Okay, how we doing? So I'm going to go on and do a little football talk here, all right? Let's see here. Dallas has lost against the Raiders. So the Raiders come victorious. Lucky y'all. 36-33 overtime, all right, on Thanksgiving Day. So just a few notes though, all right? The Raiders was up 14-6. There was a 3-7 lead on Dallas in the second quarter. 10-6 lead against the Raiders, and then the 6-14 lead for Dallas in the fourth quarter. And what happened was the Raiders, got laps, let Dallas come back. But I think Raiders had a couple of breaks, because the field goal kicker for Dallas lost. He missed a couple of field goals. Okay, so I mean the Raiders were very, very lucky to win this game. All right, so let's talk a little bit about passing here. Derek Carr was 24 for 34 for 373 yards and one touchdown. Dak Prescott, okay, played a pretty good game too. 32 for 47 for 375 yards, all right, and also 2 touchdowns. Rush, okay, the rushing game. Jay Jacobs for the Raiders had 22 carries for 87 yards and 1 touchdown. Drake also contributed with 77 carries and 25 yards, okay? Shows some diversity in the rush game. Pollard on Dallas was 10 carries for 36 yards. But the receiving was a big part of the game for both teams, though. All right, for the Raiders, Hunter Renfrow had 8 receptions for 134 yards. Deshaun Jackson, all right, he was able to get a couple of big penalties, all right, on number 30. Okay, so, I mean, and he also had a touchdown with 3 receptions and 102 yards. So that's that classic Deshaun Jackson, okay, and he came in at the right time, okay. Let's see here, some other notes here. Wallop and Wilson for Dallas contributed with 106 and 104 yards, okay. Nkagu, the defensive back for the Raiders, had 1 sack as well, so he contributed as well. So Waller, the tight end for the Raiders, was 3 receptions for 33 yards. And Waller actually was hurt in the game, and he had to leave the game, and that's going to be questionable if he's going to play against the Washington football team on the 5th, my team, all right? And I'll talk about that later, because they're not going to let me go in the game, man, because I'm not vaccinated. It's all good, though, all right? Y'all going to get punished next week, though, Raiders fans, okay? Jay Jones had 55 yards for 5 receptions for 51 yards. So that was a big game on Carr's behalf, and I think that he played very well. It seemed like he had his mind on what he was doing. I don't know what the hell happened last week, but, man, he made pretty good amends for that. So I think that the Raiders are going to have to be very, very careful on managing that secondary, all right, and keep teams from getting those receptions and all that, those long receptions. So they need some work on that secondary. They're going to have to be more mindful, okay? But all in all, I think there was a great offensive effort on Dallas. Dallas too. They also played very, very well. All right, but at the end of the day, there can only be one winner, okay? This is probably a combination of breaks that the Raiders had. Carr, you can't knock his performance. When he does good, then he's on fire, all right? So, let's see what happens next week. I think all in all, this is going to be a very competitive game. Man, I forgot his name. Taylor Heineke has been like one of the hottest quarterbacks in the league right now, and they've been on a winning streak. They're going to play, the Washington football team are going to play the Raiders on the 5th. All right, so the Raiders are going to, have some time to get well, have a few extra days. Yeah, so hey, I'm looking forward to be a good game. Next week I probably could see some people. I could get to meet some people from back home, all right, or around the DMV area, and maybe, have a couple of beers and, hang out with those guys as I'm watching the game. And, hey, may the best man win, all right, next week. Maybe I'll get around to do a pregame commentary on that when I get the